Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Train. I caught myself. Almost went a little further than I intended. This is not Train Simulator. This ain't Train's Railroad Simulator. This is Railroads Online. uh, it's been a really hot minute since I sat down and did anything with this game at all. Um, but Railroads Online just recently pushed out their third anniversary update. We're going to take a look at it, talk a little bit about the game, maybe what I think about it, how it's going, why it's going, some of the changes and features that have come along. I won't lie, this is not a game that I touch very often anymore. I am very much one of those people that I looked forward to the game. I picked it up the day it released. I was excited for it, and it rapidly turned into a train wreck. Pun absolutely intended, but in all seriousness, it really did turn into a train wreck. I mean, a lot of infighting, a lot of poor updates, upgrades, mismanagement, lot of stuff that just kind of killed it for me. uh, on top of the fact that it is Railroads Online, and yet I can count on one hand how many times I've ever played online with anybody. Now, granted, I will give the credit where it is due. Part of that is my own fault. I don't go around looking for people. I don't go around looking for communities or anything to play with. But I have tried to do this update so many times, and this stupid little tree right here has killed me so many times. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I really dropped this game, and it's kind of sad. I had a lot of hope for it. It had a lot of potential, and I think a lot of the early in-game issues and fighting and whatnot between all the devs, and a lot of the issues just with the game itself, really ended up killing a huge portion of the community. I mean, I remember when this thing just blew up and then overnight pretty much died. So, there's a bit of the really small community still playing it, and then it's also a bit of the burnout. The potential for this game is there for online, but solo, it gets boring really quick. It reminds me a little bit of Railroader, where there's only so much that you can do by yourself before you really start to either get overwhelmed or I just don't find it as enjoyable, you know. But that's my spiel. I haven't touched this game in a hot minute, so we're gonna go over it. We're gonna check out the latest and greatest and the updates and such. So where are we? We're on one of the. We're on the second map, I believe. Well, I guess I could read it. The Aurora Falls map pops up right here. Look at here, we got a map legend. So, anniversary update pushed out a lot of upgrades, fixes, bells, buttons, and whistles that were really desperately needed for this game. One of which is the map. But let's bust open the update log here. So let's see, what all we got coming along. Anniversary update is out now on the beta branch per the Steam page. Tuesday, October 1st. So I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay. I have been really busy. Now, this is on the beta branch. This is not on the regular branch. You guys know my opinion about being paying to be a beta tester, essentially. I bought the game. I paid for the game. I see no reason that I should be a beta tester as well after paying for the game. You pay for somebody else to do that. But different problem, different day. Whoops. I know what I meant to do. But it's only available on the beta branch right now. Those of you sad and upset about it, don't know what to tell you. There's not much I can do about that. So you do have to be on the beta branch to be able to fiddle with this new update / upgrade. But let's see, what all do they have pushed out for this beta upgrade? So the UI has been completely redesigned. The user interface has gotten a whole new design that now matches effortlessly with the game's aesthetic for a smoothed out in-game look. This is per their own wording. This is a total change, so everything got upgraded or updated. Your settings menu, the main menu, all of that got changed up. And you know, I kind of like it. I don't see an issue with it. I'm sure somebody's going to go, blah, blah, whatever. Yeah. But I kind of like the UI update. Provides a few necessary upgrades, I think. It's much easier to use. It's much quicker to navigate, I think. That's just me. Somebody else probably have a different opinion. Opinions are like assholes. We all got one. But in my opinion, I like it. I think it's fine. Somebody from Mansfield, Texas is calling me. I don't know anybody in Mansfield, Texas. Anyway. So that's one of the big things. It's the UI update. So let's see, what else we got? Multiplayer has an in-game chat. Now this is something that has been begged for for a long time, and understandably so. You build a game around the whole multiplayer theme. It's literally in the name, Railroads Online. Online being you play with other people. Otherwise, there's literally no purpose whatsoever in the game being online. So, with it being geared around being an online game, the lack of in-game chat was really frustrating early on. I mean, you'd be playing with people, and if you didn't know them, or you guys didn't play on Discord or something, or you didn't meet on Discord, you kind of have Shit's Creek. Put it simply. It's a long-awaited feature, I should say. I really don't know why it took them 3 years to bother with it, but you know, such is life. Here we are now. Now we have it, so take what we get and enjoy it. Where's the sawmill? Am I crazy? Oh, it's way over here. This is gonna be a long trip in a Shay. That is A-okay. We're gonna go back down here and fill up our wood rick. That. But as I was saying, in-game chat desperately needed and finally added. As to how it works, we'll look at that in a little bit. Loading and unloading right from the car. Another thing that's desperately needed. You can now change to different cars in your train. Some would say, whatever, it wasn't desperately needed. I disagree greatly, because whenever you get a train of, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 cars, it was a pain in the butt to load. I mean, you'd have to run all the way back at the locomotive, turn around, go all the way back, see if you lined up. If you didn't line up, go all the way back to the locomotive, move it again a little bit, all the way back and forth, back and forth. Now you don't have to do that. You can stay in the locomotive view like this, still be able to control your train, and use your arrow keys to move to each car. Wow. Squirrel moment, but look at that Bluetooth coupler. Look at all the Bluetooth couplers. Oh, goodness. But yeah, so that in my opinion, that is a needed thing. Early game, not so much. I mean, you're sitting here with obviously all of 4 cars, big whoop. But once you get later on in the game, you get larger trains, lots of rolling stock. It definitely makes life a lot easier. I have gotten to experience it a little bit so far, and I definitely like it. So, play with the brakes here. We got a Shay cruise along at 15 miles an hour. Okay. Let's see, what else do we got? Pre-laid maps. So we're on one right now, actually. So this is the Aurora Falls pre-laid map. Largely because why not? Yeah. The pre-laid maps, in my opinion, are nice for those of us that don't like to spend 10 years trying to lay out a track. But you still have the opportunity to build your own, you know. If that's the route you want to go, or you want to modify the existing one, you can. However, just as it sits, all 3 maps now have pre-laid track setups with pre-laid industries, and you can choose whether or not to have them there or set it all up on your own. So that's a big thing. I like it, especially for doing videos like this. I don't have to keep going back to my original save from when the game first released, because there's a lot of bugs with that old save. Matter of fact, now I can probably delete it and be done with it. All the updates have, but 20 mile an hour and a 2-truck Shay. Okay. Anyway, so we got that. Let's see. We got a flight mode. Flight mode can be accessed via the radial menu. So as soon as we get up where? Where are we going anyway? Where are we at? Oh, we got a ways to go. Get rid of that. So we have a flight menu. If you hold your middle mouse button down, you have this little bit. And you can choose flight, cut down the trees, re-railing, I think that's demolish. I don't know what that is, and I don't know what that is. But it's there, it exists. Somebody else can probably tell me what it is, or I might find out later in this this update as we tootle along. But that was added. Dynamic weather is back. That's nice. So the dynamic weather has been upgraded. If we come over here into our menu, go over to gameplay, and we get custom weather, or we get dynamic weather, where the weather will change every 30 or so minutes, or we can just choose what we want. Now your game will absolutely have a heart attack for a little bit while it tries to figure out what you're setting up. Doesn't help that I currently have a train moving, but you can choose that. You can choose your time of day, day cycle, vehicle settings, which is a really nice one. Go ahead and start slowing down now that we're getting over here, because this was my destination to begin with. But yeah, you can That comes into play with the UI update. Uh, it is way easier to read and navigate the menus, in my opinion. Dynamic weather control. And a nice long list of bug fixes. Now, some people may or may not like them. Good for them. Your bug may or may not have gotten fixed. I wouldn't know, wouldn't be able to say. If whatever bugs you guys know of have or haven't gotten fixed, cool. Let me know. Let them know. Because I certainly wouldn't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm coming over here. I only need 2 of these cars. The Bluetooth couplers kind of kill me. I actually have not played with the automatic couplers. I haven't played since that was a thing that got added. It's just how it goes. Not much I can do about it. As you guys can see, the map got a huge update. So now you can see where your tracks have been laid. You can interact with your switches. This whole thing just makes life so much easier, especially for playing single player. I haven't played much. I've only been playing for like the last couple of days on and off with this new update, and the map has been, in my opinion, probably the best thing that they added, period. It makes the game much more playable as a solo. Now again, I know the game is meant to be played with friends. I get that. I have no friends, so such is life. I'm a solo. Let's see. Main menu overhaul, multiplayer menu overhaul, buy menu overhaul, construction menu overhaul, everything. Every single menu got upgraded. So that's nice. Added an undo redo functionality. In-game chat can be opened using the control right key. Control right. What an... Oh, the right side control. Still a bit of an odd choice, but okay. So, there's the right side control. Pops open the in-game chat. Cool beans, cool beans. Throw that switch. And that should... maybe... This is one of those, I might be testing a bug right here in front of all of you guys because I've been having this issue since this update. One of the things I always try to do right off the bat with any of my saves, or used to try to do, obviously I don't play very much anymore, but one of the things I always tried to do was I always fill up these wood ricks. Wood is gonna be your main fuel source for a little bit, even on these pre-laid maps. There's just nothing you can do about it. You're gonna have to live with using wood. So I always try to refill these wood ricks right off the bat if I build it, or on these pre-laid. Used to download other people's maps that they would have and fill those wood ricks, but one of the issues I've run into now is unloading these logs into the wood ricks don't seem to work. So there was a bug fix yesterday, I think, that may or may not have fixed that. We're gonna find out. Anywho, let's see. Continuing on. Added a new loading, unloading feature. Loading and unloading has now become easier. So they say. Loading definitely. While in the driving UI, use the up and down arrow keys to cycle between cars. Driving UI stays up so you can spot the cars. Press enter to begin the unloading process. Press spacebar to begin the loading process. Camera must be facing the side you want to load or unload. Make sure your car is aligned with the platform, crane, chute, spout, or conveyor. Loading works on industries, water tower, coal tower, and sand house. Again, one of those big things that I have found really, really helpful so far, but again, I seem to have issue with it working with these fuel routes, so we're going to find out if it'll actually work. Dynamic weather is back and reworked. Dynamic weather is found in the options. Permissions can now be accessed by pressing tab. Added pre-laid maps. Each map starts you off with 0 XP, $2,000 as normal. Oh, we're going uphill. And a long list of bug fixes. So let's move back to these cars so that I can pay attention to unloading them and see if we can unload. Now, as you can see on the pre-laid map, I have a Shay. You start off with a Shay for these flat cars and a caboose. You also have another locomotive, but it is a coal-burning locomotive. I'll look and see what that locomotive is in a second here. So, we're lined up. Let's click the enter bar since we're facing the direction we wish to unload. Alright, look at there. Now it works. Maybe it was fixed. How very handy. But pre-laid map, really, really nice. Got a whole locomotive servicing facility and such. Turntable. Coal burning 460. Wood burning Shay. It is a little bit tedious. It's set up more like a real life railroad would be, so it can be a little bit tedious refilling or refueling and such, but that's okay. I like it for the most part. Let's see. Anything else to note in the anniversary update log? Not really. That's really the big. It's really the big things. And then of course I said, when was it? Wednesday, October 9th, so a couple days ago. There was a big beta hotfix for this update. I don't know what all people were having issues with. I remember seeing there was a bunch of people saying they had issues with loading, unloading logs. So maybe that got feeded, but new features with the update on Wednesday. Added the ability to control multiple units. That's a nice thing. So to gain access to this feature, simply couple your engines together, then to the rest of the cars. So it's an automatic feature for ease of use. Again, really, really, really nice thing. So for multi-unit operations, say I had another Shay, I'd be able to just back the Shay up to this Shay, hook it together, and then wham bam, I'm now controlling both Shays. And then I'll back that into the train, and wham bam, I have a double-headed Shay train that is all controlled by just me. I don't have to do anything else to get it to function. So that's a really nice thing. Used to, you pretty much had to either A, get real good at parkouring between your trains, or B, you had to have somebody to play with to control the other locomotive. Which, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's good to be sociable. But that's part of the Wednesday fix, so that's kind of nice. Very appreciated. Let's go back here to this other card. Let's see, what else we got? Added the ability to see freight counts while in the unloading loading camera. Nice. And stop. Maybe. There we go. Unload once again. Firewood facility, nice and full. That was the only feature added. And then, let's see, we got a list of bug fixes. A very long list of bug fixes. I am not going to read all that for this video. I am sorry, guys, but we would be here all day. So, anyways, that is the anniversary update. I won't lie, I actually really like it. This is a very welcome, very refreshing update. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the train games that we got, that we currently have or have gotten in, I don't know, the last few years, it seems like they tend to focus on content. And we never see major updates like this that are geared almost entirely towards quality of life. As best I can tell, there was nothing really added model-wise. No locomotives or freight cars, no buildings. This was almost entirely a quality of life update, which I think is very nice. It's nice to see them actually focus on getting this game stable, playable, and enjoyable, whether you be a solo or not. I always thought there was plenty of locomotives, plenty of rolling stock, just with the base game, to be perfectly honest. Not that I don't like what has been included, it never seemed like there was a point to adding what had been included when the game itself, the core game, seemed to be riddled with problems. So it's really nice to see this. The game has been a lot more enjoyable for me in the last couple of days. As a solo, it's been way more playable. You can still play the old ways for the most part. And yeah, that is, truth be told, really about it. We went over everything in the update log that was worthwhile. We went over the bug fix log that had, you know, notable features. And then both updates just have a long list of bug fixes, which is awesome. I mean, really good on them for really getting into the bug fixing. So, yeah, that is the anniversary update for Dive. That is one thing I don't like. These little warnings keep popping up. They kind of hurt me. I'll have to play around with the settings and see if I can get those to go away, because that's very annoying that it all pops up at different intervals and then it covers your whole screen. But yeah. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're an old RO player, maybe you left for a long time, it might be worth checking it back out. Maybe hop in with some friends and do a little bit of a playthrough or something, because in my opinion, they've really made some headway, especially with this update. So, if you're an old player that went away, maybe check it out again, see what you like, see what maybe you dislike, maybe still needs to be improved. I can tell you right now, one of the things that still low-key really irks a fire out of me is the ground. There's nothing. No bushes, there's no wild animals, there's no people, there's no random rocks. There's really not a lot on the ground, and all the trees are the same. That's really it though, so I'm gonna go along and play a little bit more, I think. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely go ahead and check it back out again. If you're new to Railroads Online or you're thinking about it, check it out on the Steam website in the Steam store. And that is all, folks. See you next time.